Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, so it's time for my midweek pickup. Hope everybody's having a good week. Hope everybody had a happy Mother's Day last week. To all you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day, especially to you mothers doing both roles, mother and father. Happy Mother's Day to you too. You got another day coming up soon, next month, so get ready for that. Today I want to talk about a couple things. Most importantly, I want to talk about today is what happens once you get one of your goals accomplished. Um, with me, I have been in school for a little bit, and I'm finally about to graduate on Saturday. I kind of been downplaying it a little bit because in my mind I was just like, oh, it's just an associate's, it's not important, blah blah blah. But last week, when I went to the little orientation, that's when it really hit me, and I realized, hey, this is really about to happen or whatever. So all the time I've been downplaying it and everything, I never really got to bask in the ambience of enjoying the accomplishment that I've made. Now, I've heard a lot of people say a lot of things, like, oh, it's about time. You finally graduated and all this other kind of stuff. But that's not what I care about. That's not what I hear. Usually when I hear somebody say that, two or three things come into mind. Either where's yours at, because I know you don't have one. What you hating for? Are you mad because you didn't do it? Or are you just mad because you thought that I couldn't do it and I did it, and now you kind of salty? I don't know what the reasons behind it are, but it's always some kind of hateful reason behind something. Like when you hear something like, oh, finally, and oh, you finally graduating, it's always something behind that. But what you have to do is learn how to love yourself enough to realize that, hey, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it took 10 years. It doesn't matter if it took 2 months, whatever the case may be. When you set a goal for yourself and you're coming up around that corner to accomplish that goal, nothing should make you more proud, or nothing should make you more happier, because it's something that you went on and stuck through. You set that goal for yourself and you're realizing that goal. So there should never be a downplay on that type of thing. There should never be oh, it's just no, you accomplished something. You accomplished something that many others have not accomplished. No matter what your goal may be, it's always another person out there who may have a similar goal to you, and they might not have reached their goal yet, or they might have trouble reaching their goal. But then when you reach your goal, you should celebrate yourself. You should feel excited. You should feel, that you completed something. It's something that you worked hard for. It's something that you went through with and completed. People say blood, sweat, and tears. Wasn't too much blood in the process, but it still was a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you needed help, which I did get a lot of help. My wife stayed down with me through the whole process. That's her texting right now. I had friends that helped me study and things like that. My boy John and his wife Tracy, you know what I'm saying? So I had other areas and other people to help me get my goal accomplished, but I still got the goal accomplished. And that's what the main thing is, the main objective. When you set goals, you set them to accomplish them. You don't set goals to put them on a shelf and be like, I get to them whenever. No, you set them and then you start working on achieving the goal. And a lot of people, make a lot of goals. I encourage people to make quarterly goals. And then, their quarterly goals are supposed to go towards the big goal or whatever. And you do quarterly goals so you can try and feed the major goal or whatever. And I try and tell people, every quarter, make sure you set 4 or 5 goals for yourself that's going to propel you to your main goal or whatever. And a lot of people, start trying to do it and everything, and they may get frustrated. But the reason why I say quarterly is because things come up in life. We have bills, children, family, death, whatever the case may be. I say quarterly because you have 4 quarters in the year. If you get 3 goals accomplished out of the 5 you set in the first quarter, the second quarter, you could just put those goals that you had in the first quarter first, get them accomplished, and then do what you need to do for the second quarter, and so forth on throughout the year. Like I said, it's a self-improvement project. You're putting yourself under construction, so you have to know sometimes there may be rainy days where you cannot work on getting your goal accomplished. So you have to sit back, do other things to try and get it accomplished, and then when the sky's clear and the sun starts shining again, you get back on it the way that you would just like any other construction project. Another thing I wanted to talk about today, and this has been hitting me super hard. I am so hungry, I'm so passionate, I am so driven for what I'm trying to do. I feel like I may have one of the best products out there. I feel like I want the world to taste my product. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really, really extremely passionate about it. Now, I think people get it misinterpreted behind passion and being envious of something. Me, I've never been an envious person. I've never been a jealous person. It's never been a time in my life where I was like, ooh, I want what he got and I can't stand him because he have it. No, never been like that. But now that I've become a barbecuist, if you will, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to try and, implicate into my thing from somebody else, as far as trying to make myself better, not as far as, oh, I want to do exactly what you do type thing. But you may run into a person, and it's going to be rare, but you may run into a person who gives you that ambition and makes you want to go a little bit harder. Somebody who pushes you to go to the next level. I found that in somebody. Dude is on point with his. I can't even lie. I can't sit here and pretend, because I've gone to almost every barbecue spot in Houston, Texas, and I'm not knocking anybody or anything, but it has been horrible. But I've went to this one place, and awesome, just completely awesome, and it motivated me to get on my stuff and make it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm trying to copy this person, or not that I'm trying to take anything over. It's just that it was inspiring to me. It's something that motivated me. It's just like, I guess I could use a small example or whatever. You're working for something. Now, let's use a big example. You're working for a house. You may be in a house right now, and you see somebody else, one of your good friends, they just get a new house, beautiful house, awesome layout, everything. And you're like, man, this is kind of something I want. And you're proud of your friend for them getting that house. Now, somebody else may look at it in a different way. They may be like, oh, how did they get that? Or how are they doing that? You know what I'm saying? And they're looking at it through envious eyes. Me, on the other hand, I'm looking at it like, man, that's awesome. I'm proud of y'all. I'm trying to get on y'all level type thing. You know what I'm saying? You're motivating me to step my game up. You're motivating me to step my life up in a way to where, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I want to be like you, but just saying that, hey, you could do it. You didn't inspire me, so I know I can do it now. And that's the type of thing that you really need to surround yourself with, especially in business, and you have something that you're really, really, really passionate about, something that can grow, something that that if certain things were in place, that you'd be like destroying the game to the maximum, but you may not have that right now. But you look at other people for the inspiration, not envy, or not jealousy, but you look at them and be like, man, I see his grind. I appreciate what he doing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's putting you in a spot to make you grind harder, to make you get better, to make you become the best. And that's the type of people that you always need to surround yourself with. Think about this for 1 second. you have a plethora of friends and associates, and none of your friends are doing anything that's inspiring around you. Do you think that you're going to be able to feed off of anything but yourself? And then once you feed off of yourself, yes, it may be enough, but if you have something that's almost like, let's say, friendly competition type stuff, like if you're in the fighting world or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and you spar with your friend, you're sparring with them. It's not a real fight, and it's fun, it's challenging, because he's bringing something out of you, you could be bringing something out of them. That's exactly how I look at the game as far as the business that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at somebody who, you know what I'm saying, business wise, I look up to you because I see what you're doing in your business or whatever. So I want to kind of spar with you or whatever. So I can learn something off of you. Maybe you can learn something off of me. And then we both become sharp. That's the thing that a lot of us miss, because a lot of us is so worried about, oh, he trying to take over, or oh, he trying to do exactly what I'm trying to do. And it may not never be that. You know what I'm saying? You may be a mentor to somebody, and then you're missing out on mentorship because your mind is so clouded with, oh, you know, I know I'm good or whatever, and they just trying to come and steal my stuff. No, somebody might not be trying to come steal your stuff. Maybe you are an inspiration to that person, and they're trying to learn from you, and they're trying to see what it was that you did to become as successful as you can, so they could tweak a few things, and then they could do what they can do and become successful. And then it's two brothers that are successful instead of one brother that's successful, and then we could double that and then go out there and mentor other hungry brothers that's trying to get it, that's trying to make it, and we can mentor them, and then 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 becomes 32, and so on. We have to uplift each other. That's the whole thing that we've missed for years and years and years, because we're so worried about somebody coming and taking our place, or somebody sabotaging or whatever, that are stealing, whatever you want to call it. But we could be uplifting each other and making our community better as a one instead of separated. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a good day. I'm real excited about this week. Just excited, period, about life, about going further, about becoming better. I'm excited, and I hope that everybody else feels as excited as I am when they listen to the Midweek Pickup, so something inside of them can click and be like, hey, I need to get on my shit, and I need to do what I need to do as well, so I can become a better person. With that being said, I'm going to holler at y'all next week when I'm a graduate. And y'all have a good weekend. Put God first, family second, everything else will follow. Peace out, people.